Today is a night edition, a sexier edition with a very sexy lady with a glass of wine. I love YouTube. You can do anything.
Me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please meet Lauren Ho.
Hi, I'm Lauren Ho, and I'm the debut author of Last Tank Standing.
Wow, it's so soon, right? Because when I got the advanced copy, I never, hardly ever get advanced copies, the American version. I was so privileged to get it at the beginning of MCO. And this, I have to say, is the perfect MCO reading, right? Especially lately, have you noticed? Because the skies have been very kind to us. Hot mornings and it drizzles. And suddenly you just want to snuggle up and read a book. And I found The Last Tank Standing like the best book to snuggle up to. Have you ever thought about people dating right now? Imagine, right? I'm this girl, I'm pretending to be a girl, you see? I'm this girl, I meet this hotshot boy, and then two scenarios, okay? You're the writer, so you go freestyle after this, yeah? Scenario one, MCO hit. I cannot see the guy. I cannot see the guy at all. What could happen? Scenario two, okay, he's kind of moved in, but then he becomes this total creep. How do I get rid of him? Now, writer, freestyle.
Okay, I wish I could freestyle and give you an entire book just like that, which would mean that I'll be a way more prolific writer, but it doesn't work like that, Serena. So, but I like the second scenario better. I feel like the second scenario is rife with a lot of dark possibilities. So I would actually plumb for the second scenario and just like go down the road, go dark, like maybe they just had 2 dates and then they thought, oh, why not we just spend the MCO together? And then she discovers, he discovers that he's actually into very dodgy stuff.
You have the pestering aunties, you have your mother who's like, where's my offspring, right? If you were you're not fictional, if you're a real character right now, what do you think would a single girl would go? She'd probably be like, hallelujah, my mother cannot see me, right?
Yes. Oh, but I mean, just speaking from my own experience, not about my mom harassing me or anything, but like from what I see within all the family chats, the aunties or the uncles will always find a way.
Really?
So sometimes, like, because they can't nag you in person, they use WhatsApp, they forward all these like so-called inspirational messages, but the inspirational messages has a message behind it.
Okay, because this book talks a lot about familial pressure and the mommy asking for an offspring. We're gonna step back a few steps here. Before Lauren got married, were you in any kind of similar situation as the protagonist of this book, which is like every single Asian girl whose mother is like, you're 30 over years old, where's my grandchild? Were you in that situation?
Or Asian boy? Well, no, I don't think so. I think just personally, because I met my husband very young. I met him when I was in my early 20s, and we just kind of like were together after that. Most of the scenarios, the very interesting dating scenarios, let's just say, in the book, were inspired from the tales I gathered from my friends' experiences online with online dating. So.
Ooh,
fictionalized.
So those people who like collect other people's lives and make it into yours.
Yeah, don't tell me your deep dark secrets because it might end up in a book.
So Lauren, I have to say that it's a very brave move to move from, full-time lawyer to a full-time author, because it is not an easy move. You need financial support to start off first as a debut author, isn't it? And then the MCO started. And you can do a lot of your on-the-road promotional events. So with that being said, a lot of your publicity and reviews have been Q&A and online things, and I've seen nothing but positive reviews. So I think you're doing fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much. I think that's very kind of you to say that. I mean, obviously when I first got the news that I would be published, and 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 everything I had built bullshit. That's very Andrea. That's something Andrea would so totally do. She'd be like resting her arm on the armchair rest and then trying to look very professional and going yada 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 yada, and then
Actually, how much is Andrea and how much is you? What do you think?
Um, um, so we like to say in the business we like to say that like everything is like fictionalized, but obviously Andrea has a lot of similarities with me.
Yeah.
In terms of background, I mean, we were both in the legal profession. Um, I mean, we both have an international background. We've worked overseas, etc. Um, and we're both we definitely don't support racism. I mean, I feel like that's something that might this just comes out randomly, but not that random. But there is a very strong message in my book that about against racism. So
Yeah.
and obviously, her comedic voice is my comedic voice. I'm less exuberant in person, I think. Like there's this aspect of Andrea that is not appealing, in the sense that she uses alcohol to self-medicate.
Right.
So I think that's because she's genuine. She's very unhappy, but she doesn't realize that she's unhappy. She thinks that because she's successful,
Mhm.
that everything is good. You know what I mean? So that's actually the story of Andrea. So basically, the book is less about her dating life. Actually, I think this is a book about a woman who is trying to find her identity, and then towards the end, she understands what she needs to change in her life in order to achieve true happiness, and not something that like this shell of an existence where it looks perfect on the outside and everything is like, perfect, check the box, I got this, I got that, I got everything I'm supposed to have, but she's not really happy inside. So actually that's the journey of the story. There are some romantic comedy elements to it, but I think the book is actually about like finding yourself. Her work life is a very significant part of the plot. I don't know if you realize that, but yeah,
It's a huge part. It's if anything, it's the biggest part.
everything happens within her professional life, right? Like she meets one of the love interests. He's her competition, right?
Yeah.
And she meets and most of her friends she met through work or somehow because they're all in the same environment.
Right.
And also she socializes with people who are roughly of the same background.
Right.
And she also meets her other love interest, Eric Ding, in a way through the people she met because of work. So like work is such an important setting in the book, and it's almost a secondary character because there is there's a plot about how she is trying to climb the corporate ladder at the same time, and all the obstacles she faces as a woman, and the workplace discrimination, the gender politics that just kind of surfaces up. I mean, it's not the core theme, but it's there. I'm really proud that I'm pushing out a story that's very contemporary, but at the same time, it features a multicultural cast, and it's set in Singapore and also partly in Malaysia. So I like that. I like the fact that I'm an author who is Malaysian that's managed to break into international publishing, and I'm bringing a story of characters that are from this region. So for me, that's like the thing that makes me the happiest, basically.
Me too. I think a lot of readers are going to love this, especially from this part of the world, because we can relate to the characters, especially Malaysians and Singaporeans, And I am so proud of you that you have a British and American publisher that's pushing this for you, All right, I'm going to give you a short summary of this before we wrap things up. From my standpoint, The Last Tang Standing is about Andrea Tang, the last single girl in her family to kind of get hitched, so mommy's putting on the pressure, and then we navigate through her dating scene with her. That's where you get all the colorful characters that I really love. And then she meets this tycoon, Eric Deng. Could he be the one? And then the twist happens, and then I won't reveal anymore. And you gotta get it June 9th releasing in Malaysia, right?
I believe that yes, you will get the books from June 9 onwards in Malaysia. But I mean, fingers crossed because of logistical
Correct.
um,
Yes.
um
Look out for it anyway. It will be colorful because that cover is amazing. The last tank standing. If you look at my Instagram post, I kind of look like that girl. I try not, the last tank
you
standing girl.
did you do actually. My publisher actually tagged like I think they retweeted you. I'm not sure,
Oh,
but they liked it, so uh, they really liked it.
oh, that's
So
cool.
nice book.
We're gonna cross our fingers because for all the people who got the advance copies, we are behind you 100%. And
Thank you.
Lauren, I will catch up with you again. Good luck. You don't need it. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much, Serena.